Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Maurice. The series is tied against the Padres in the NLDS. Let's talk all about it.
Against his old team. Ohtani unleashes on an 0-1. Hits one ton. Way back. Reyes fires. Swing and a drive. Deep left field.
Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Maurice, and we have to talk about the National League Division Series against the Padres. The Dodgers won the first game, Padres won the second, and tomorrow night, Game 3 kicks off to see who gets the upper hand in this series for really the deciding factor on whether the Dodgers continue their season or not. And so let's talk about reactions first and foremost, and what a roller coaster of emotions we as Dodger fans have gone through, and I'm sure the players as well. First game, we're pumped, we're a little bit cautious, but we're excited. We know that this is not the 2022 Dodgers team that lost in the first round against the Padres. We have Ohtani on the team who hit his first postseason home run, and with that win, with all the fight they showed, we thought, you know what, they're going to win this series, they're going to go all the way to the World Series. We were just on that ride of optimism. Then the second game comes. 10-2 loss to the Padres. Terrible loss. Pitching had struggles. The offense didn't come through. And now we're in a very different spot as fans, wondering if this will be a repeat of 2022. So let's talk about what happened and how we're feeling right now. What is my feel-o-meter? My feel-o-meter, for the first time this season, is losing sleep. This could be the potential end of the Dodgers' 2024 regular season. And that, yes, does keep me up at night because it's a repeat of the 2022 NLDS. And also to who they might be losing to, which is the Padres. All season long, there's been tension. Going into the series, there was tension. And it all boiled over yesterday in Game 2, with Machado and Flaherty yelling at each other, players yelling at each other, the fans throwing trash on the field, which, quick note on that is not right. From a moral perspective, just from a human to human, those are humans you're throwing things at. That is not safe. We need to respect the players. From a representation point, we're Dodger fans. We're representing this team. Do we really want that to be the representation of our Los Angeles Dodgers? And also, from a strategic standpoint, do you really want to rile up these Padres players? So all around, that was not a classy look for these Dodger fans. And just everything that went down, there was a lot of emotion, and there was a lot of tension and just fiery spirit from both sides, and the Padres came out on top. So what the Dodgers need to do is channel that same spirit, but do it with intent and with tact, and get the job done once they get into Game 3 and Game 4. What are my 2 points for this series? One of them is the serious concern for this pitching staff. We've talked about the injuries all season long, tons of pitchers who are on the injured list, not even available for this series, but what about the ones who are? Flaherty went 5 1/3 innings last night, the first time a pitcher has gone into the 6th inning for the Dodgers in the postseason since Max Scherzer did it in 2021. Not a great stat, but it shows the value Flaherty has. He gave up 4 earned runs, 2 of which were homers. Yamamoto pitched in the first game, only went 3 innings, lots of stress in those 3 innings, and he gave up 5 earned runs, 3 of those came in the first inning. Well, what about going forward? Well, tomorrow night, we have Walker Buehler going for the Dodgers, and considering his last start against the Padres when they clinched the division, the Dodgers did, I have the most faith and confidence in Buehler than I've had all season long. It's at an all-time high for him. I think he will go out there and will do very well depending on his attitude and depending on the fight that the team has as a whole. After Buehler will be most likely a bullpen game, Dave Roberts says. It'll be a bullpen game with Landon Knack, a rookie, taking the bulk of the innings. That's the game I'm probably most nervous for. And then what if the Dodgers push it to a Game 5, if they even need to push it to a Game 5? Who's pitching then? You have Yamamoto and Flaherty as options. I don't know which one I would prefer. Yamamoto's been hit very well by the Padres all season long, going back to that series in Korea, and Flaherty is owned by Fernando Tatis Jr., and now he's an enemy of the Padres, and Manny Machado specifically, and so I really don't know who I prefer there. Let's see what Dave Roberts says. Leaning toward Flaherty, just because of his track record and the ace status he has right now, but we will definitely see. Quick note. Earlier, the commentators were mentioning that the Dodgers' key to success will be having to out-hit their pitching problems all throughout the postseason. But is it really realistic to do that every single game? I think no. Because you get things like last night, you throw out there Yu Darvish, an amazing pitcher, and the Dodgers' bats are stunned. Yes, your pitching doesn't do well, and yes, in the first game, the bats helped out the pitching staff, put up, I think it was 7 runs, but you can't do that every game, especially not against somebody like Darvish. Or next series, what if you face the Phillies? You're going to have to face Wheeler and Nola. So, can you out-hit your pitching problems every single game? That is what is going to have to be seen. So that brings us to our second point, which is the offense. I actually really liked what I saw from the offense in both games. In Game 1, they had 5 2-out RBIs, and then in Game 2, they did go 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They left 5 total on base, but that was mainly due to the Padres' defense and how stellar it was last night. Consider Jurickson Profar's home run robbery, which was electric for, of course, the Padres fans. Luis Arias's double play, unassisted double play with 2 on, and then Tatis's lunging grab to rob Freeman of a leadoff double. All of those plays, well, actually, the first 2 would have led to a run, at least 1 run, and then Freeman's could have led to a run also with starting off an inning with a guy at second base. So the defense definitely helped out Darvish yesterday, but the batters were hitting. Exit velocity was high. They were making contact. If it was just hit in a different spot, the Dodgers probably would have put up more than 2 runs last night. So I liked what I saw. They just need to keep going and not give up, which is going to be one of my what needs to happen points. Another thing that needs to happen for this lineup to be at its peak is Freddy Freeman. So Freddy Freeman sprained his ankle on September 26, and there was a lot of question on whether or not he would be able to play in this series. He played in Game 1, even stole a base, which blew my mind. And then in Game 2, he also started but had to exit early. So there's definitely concern. Dave Roberts, in an interview today in the press room, said that as of right now, they're going to have him play Game 3 unless something pops up where he just does not feel right. Then they'll take him out of that starting lineup. But for now, it's a go, which is a great sign. Freeman needs to stay in there. So what else needs to happen? Buehler needs to be Buehler. The Buehler of old. The Buehler of before his most recent Tommy John surgery. And that doesn't mean he has to be throwing 100 miles per hour, but the attitude and the intensity, the intent of every single pitch, competing against himself as much as he's competing against the other team. That's the Buehler that we need tomorrow night, and I think he will rise up to the challenge. Second main point is that the offense needs to not give up. The Dodgers have gotten a lot of people on base, but they will strand people on base. That's just baseball. They will hit into double plays. And I know that the Padres have a very scary bullpen. Their rotation is very strong, but the Dodgers need to just not give up when they're at the plate. Scratch 1 run across, steal a base, get a sac bunt, a sac fly, whatever it is. If you get 3 outs after that, fine. Move on to the next inning and do it again. Just keep on going, never lose hope, because the game's not over until it's over. And the longer the Dodgers can push that game into continuing to get as many runs as they can, that is when they're putting themselves in the best position to win every single night. And so that's what I want to see from the Dodgers is the fight. Don't just take the punches, but make some of your own, and do it every single inning as often as you can. Just scratch and claw and get as many runs as possible. Just never give up. That's what I want to see. Tomorrow is a must-win game for the Dodgers, because Wednesday is a bullpen day. Nack's a rookie. We don't know how he'll perform. The Dodgers need to win the game tomorrow with Buehler at the helm. So please let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Dodgers this postseason? What needs to happen? I'd love to hear from you. I'm a little more serious today. This is a very serious topic when it comes to the Dodgers, because this could mean the end of their season. This is the time for urgency. Things need to happen. We don't want a repeat of 2022. This is 2024. Let's get it done. Thank you everybody for watching. Please support my channel by subscribing, leaving a like, and also clicking the notifications bell down below as well. Have a great day. Let's go Dodgers tomorrow. My name is Alan Maurice, and I will see you next time on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.